I may be, I still remember the favorite words from my grandmother when she said, "Do not put your eggs in one basket." When the history of Ghanaian secondary school sports is written, one name appears in golden letters, and that name is none other than T.I. Amadia Senior High School, Kumasi. For nearly 2 decades, the institution has not just participated, it has conquered, dominated, and redefined excellence across fields and tracks in our country. But when we examine the academic same institution, what do we see? Silence and struggle. With this, a very cheerful good afternoon to you, the otherwise chair, bold judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Address me by the name Dana Ilyas Sumubarak, an eloquent, graceful speaker, rising to affirm the motion, quote and unquote, T.I. Amass is better off in sports than academics. The chair, per my role as a principal speaker, kindly permit me to expatiate on the key terms. As and when needed, exhibit shall be tendered in to buttress our claims. T.I. Amass is an abbreviation for T.I. Amadia Senior High School, established in 1950 by the Ahmadiyya Muslim mission. The phrase "to be better off," per our understanding, simply means to have success, achieve an advantage in other field compared to the other. Sports is defined by the Cambridge Dictionary as a game or competition requiring physical effort done in accordance to rules. Dictionary defines academic as the subject one studied in high school or college. All in all, the chair. The motion simply posits to mean that T.I. Amass is more stronger, notable, and advantageous in terms of sporting activities as compared to academics. The chair. Let me be clear about this motion. When we say T.I. Amass is better off in sports than academic, we are not saying they should close their textbook, as every institution needs learning and every student needs academic. Saying is, when you compare their sporting investment to that of their academic efforts, it is undeniable that sports is where the school truly belongs. The chair, I know my opponents would mount this podium to point to a debate trophy won in 2018, which is 8 years ago, or a WASI best student produced here and there. They will try to convince that this isolated incident amounts to the many years of dominance in sporting activities. We welcome their arguments and we are prepared to dismantle them. With this, the chair, allow me to take you on a chilling journey as to why we support this motion. Point 1, we support the motion because T.I. Amass has demonstrated unmatched and consistent dominance in sport. That's no academic achievement and rival. The House, let's get interactive. According to a report by Ghana Web.com, of February 2024, and the accepting regional schools athletic zone 1 qualified. T.I. Amass achieved something unprecedented. They secured their winning both the boys and girls division for 17 years in a row. Allow me to repeat that, the chair, 17 years. At the more competitive superzonal level, while the creme compete, T.I. Amass has consistently topped the tables, winning more than 10, topping every other school in the Ashanti region. What does this tell us? It tells us that the school has sporting activity embedded into the fabric of the school. I asked my opponent to prove to me and point to one academic competition T.I. Amass has shown this level of dominance. Ladies and gentlemen, why is the 17-year win of the National Science and Maths quiz? Why is the 7-year win of the Sharp quiz? In fact, where is the consistent topping of a regional academic competition? The truth is, it does not exist. If a school can win for 17 years, but their academic records shows nothing comparable, then it proves our motion that T.I. Amass is better off in sports. Point 2, ladies and gentlemen, we support the motion because T.I. Amass has a public track record of academic struggles and embarrassing setback. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing to lack academic achievement, and it is another entirely to have a public academic failure. Unfortunately for us, we have both. Let us turn our attention to a report by myjoinonline.com in 2022. The National Science is arguably Ghana's most competitive academic competition. Schools across the country spend months training and preparing for this intellectual battle. In 2022, T.I. Amass was scheduled to participate, but our names was on the list, our slots secured. But something happened that sent shockwaves through the academic community from the competition. According to official report, their contestants had gone rusty and couldn't compete. Ladies and gentlemen, It's not a minor embarrassment, but a national humiliation. Imagine TI Amass withdrawing from sports just because their athletes and footballers are rusty. It will never happen because even in Ramadan, we go for super zonals. In sports, we have depth. In sports, we have winning culture. In sports, we have preparation. Ladies and gentlemen, if TI Amass was called to participate in National Science and Maths quiz, they ran away. They accepted defeat even before mounting the podium. This proves our point that sports is where the school truly excel. Point 3, ladies and gentlemen, TI Amass suffers from a glaring lack of comparable academic accolades, leaving their trophy cabinets painfully empty. Ladies and gentlemen, let's do some small exercise. Pick up your phones and go to any search engine and type TI Amass sports achievements. What will you find? Pages upon pages, results upon results, basketball wins, football wins, a lot. But I ask you, go to that same search engine and type TI Amass academic achievement. What will you find? Perhaps a debate trophy that was won in 2018, 8 years ago, or a Wasibe student produced. Ladies and gentlemen, where is the consistent back-to-back in debate competition? The public record is silence because these do not exist. Just last week, when Aisha, a student of this school, popularly known as Odobroni, won the junior championship, she received a resounding welcome in the school. But I asked, since when did the debate team of this school receive such a resounding welcome? This podium to debate or argue that it's because we don't win National Science and Maths quiz or a debate competition, that is why we don't receive such an acknowledgement. They would be shooting themselves because prove that the school is well excelling in sporting activities as compared to academics. They share the house, panel of judges. There is a saying in Akan that goes, so now so with this, if your mom is dead and you are deceiving everyone that she is alive, then it's up to you. I therefore call on Miss Sandri to rise accord with us as we affirm this motion. Thank you.